This is what we call the poster girl. Now, basically, this shirt was made. It was actually, the reason it's called Poster Girl is because this print that I had made was for a poster. And a friend of mine had me design up a poster that they were doing this show in Brooklyn. And when I was making the poster, we were testing it on paper before, or testing it on t-shirts before we made it on paper. And then, you know, I was looking at it on the shirt, like I really liked it. I thought it looked great on the shirt. So the model is actually, her name is not Anna Nicole Smith, her name is Tori Praver. And she's an old guest model from about late 90s, maybe early 2000s. And I kept this picture out of the magazine for a long time. I didn't know why and when I would use it, but it came for this. And if you look closely, you can even see the details of like this line here. That's actually the center fold of the magazine. And we kept all these elements. What I think is very interesting about this shirt is that here we have these dots in the background. That's yellow. And then when it comes to her, the yellow goes on top of her hair, which becomes the foreground. That's what I like about that shirt. This is what we call our Varney t-shirt. Now this frame style is exact to an old Varney frame. And the reason that we put the stripes in here was not for anything to do with Kanye or anything like this. Actually, we put this out a long time before he came out with this video.
We actually have a lawsuit against.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Right now.
Yeah.
I've got my legal.
It's draining.
Keebler and Associates handling all that, and we're gonna probably settle out of court.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go down. But if you really want to know where this image is from and about, I don't know if anybody remembers, but back in like the mid to late 80s, you know, out here in California when it gets really hot, people would put those auto shades in their windshield to block the sun. Now people can remember certain ones of those, a lot of them had these sunglasses on it, and they were striped just like that. So that's exactly where this image comes from.
This is actually for the CD that we made, the first ever Free Gold Watch mix CD called Hard Crack Candy. Here, let me show you the CD here. Bam! So this is the campaign. There's a whole campaign we got going on, and it's basically all about candy. So this CD is 78 minutes of nothing but songs and joints about candy. And why?
Why not?
Why
Tastes
not?
good.
But the thing is this, candy has been a metaphor throughout music history to talk implicitly about sexual exploits, the drug trade, and material goodies. So I thought it'd be kind of fun if you strung them all together for 78 minutes. Lollipops, cupcakes, bubblegum, etc. One of my favorite quotes was from They Live, and Rowdy Roddy Piper said, "I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick some ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum."
It's perfect. So this would be the Hard Crack Tea. This shirt is called the All-Star Remix, and this is the end of a very long monogrammic phase that started as a two-color with only the characters from LA. We got Easy, we got Dre, we got Snoop, and we got Nate Dogg. And that's how the shirt started. Now, as it evolved, it started to become, you know, into a four-color. And then, you know, we did a Bay Area, and then we did an East Coast one. So this shirt combines every monogrammic print that we've done into one shirt, all together. So we got our Bay rappers on this line, we got our LA rappers on this line, and we got our East Coast rappers that are favorite on this line. And so it's the full-on all-star remix. It's pretty much the hardest shirt to print. We don't recommend you polish directly in-house print this because...
So if you can get this shirt, get it now,
Yeah.
because we're not printing it ever again.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
Too tough.
It's too tough. 6 colors on a black. It's a lot of flashing.
You know, Mac Dre, who was featured here, he said, you know, it's too hard for the radio, but this is too hard for the manual press.
Exactly. So, what we have.
Tell the story.
I can
about
tell the
this?
story about
story
this.
Is really funny.
A good friend of mine who lives in the Bronx and he works with a youth group out there, an after-school program, called me up and invited me to come speak to the kids and show them about how to design their own T-shirts that they could, you know, make at a local print shop and, you know, potentially maybe even like sell to stores and you know something to do. So I went out there for it and I was teaching kids, like we were just drawing things and tracing out of coloring books and drawing things up on computers. And there was a particular girl who didn't really want to participate too much in the class. She was just kind of like, whatever. She didn't care. But so you know, everybody had to make an image. So, but she didn't want to do it. So I said, I looked down at her shoes, and she had these awesome, like old school Converse on, and she'd written on them with a pen, "Live fast, die young," and she put all these stars on it. I thought that was kind of cool. So we took a picture of her shoes, and then we put that on the computer, and it ended up being like, you know, one of the best designs for the whole class. And she really ended up liking it too. This shirt is called the Moneymaker, and that comes from the you know, back of comic books where the X-ray specs are for sale and all this different stuff. And I thought this one was really interesting because there's a machine which I wish I had it's got a little crank and roller, and it actually you can print your own money, your own counterfeit money at home, and it's for kids, which I thought was really funny. But not only does it print counterfeit money, if you put an actual $1 bill into it, it'll actually change it into a 5. That's what it's showing here. So it's an official money maker T-shirt, and I thought that was really funny. So nice graphic. So this is our 10 Crack Commandments tee, and on the back we have some numbers and the number 10. And if we look really closely here, basically these pinstripes here are all the 10 Crack Commandments written down the shirt in tiny, like 8-point type to create the pinstripe effect, like a Yanks jersey. So, and then on the back, you know, instead of putting a name, we numbered it up, you know, 1 through 9, and then 10, and then got a nice pixelated version of Biggie here, and stuck that as the 10. And then the pinstripes are well on the back as well, too. So. This shirt is actually the East Coast version of a shirt that I had made called the Lyrics Line shirt, which is Eazy-E's stripes, and that goes across the shirt. So you guys have that.
Shake them dreads.
This shirt was, you know, on the same inspiration as the monogram. I put this out on Halloween. Me and my friend were doing a little DJ gig at a club for Halloween, so we decided, let's make some kind of, you know, Halloween tee. So I made this Jason mask. And we used our icons that are all dripping and, you know, all over the, you know, his face and whatnot. And what's cool about this shirt is that, you know, these are all glow in the dark as well. They all glow, which is kind of cool.
Ah,
nice. And I like it. I actually like it when the shirt's at night in the dark. It actually looks a lot, I think, better because the drips end up going onto the face, and it really emphasizes like kind of the gore when it's like that at night.
yeah, you're talking about a gore element.
The gore element.
Yeah.
In
the industry, we call it a gore element.
Well, you started calling it Al Gore element, and I thought that was kind of boring.
Looking like I went.